Hello. In this video, I'm going to describe the first Pico challenge. This one is called Egg Timer. Now, you've been learning about how to use the LEDs and the buttons and the buzzer. And these are the components that you're going to need with a few jumper wires to complete this challenge. Here you can see the description. It says, write a program that does the following. Number 1, while the program is running, Pico LED flashes on and off. Number 2, to activate the timer, press button 1. Number 3, while the timer is activated, LED 1 should be lit up. Number 4, when the end time is reached, the buzzer should beep at least 10 times. Number 5, to stop the timer from beeping, press button 2. Number 6, when the timer is deactivated, the LED should switch off. Number 7, the timer should be able to be restarted without restarting your code. Okay, so let's picture what's going on here. If you've ever used a little timer in the kitchen, I've got one connected into my oven, for example. I can set the timer, I can set it to whatever minutes we like, but the old-fashioned egg timers, some of them would just set to a standard 3 minutes, okay, the length of time it takes to soft boil an egg. What we're going to do is we're going to create a timer. Initially, just a very short timer. Let's say something like 10 seconds, because for testing, we don't want to have to wait around too long for our timer to go off. So this is what we're expecting to happen. I'm going to press button 1, which is going to start a countdown. So we're going to then count for 10 seconds, let's say. During that time, LED 1 should be lit up to say, hey, you've activated a timer, and I am counting down. When that 10 seconds is up, we want a beeper to start beeping, so that's our buzzer, it's going to do that for us. And let's just use a beep rather than a constant noise from the buzzer, because it is quite annoying, isn't it? So you should be able to make the buzzer do a little beeping sound, just like an oven timer. In order to switch off this beeping, we're going to press button 2 on our breadboard. When we press button 2, the buzzer is going to stop and the LED is going to be switched off. And during all this time, our little Pico LED on board our Pico is going to be flashing to say that our program is running and active. Once we've switched off the timer, it should then be possible to restart the timer, to set it again for another 10 seconds. So here are my hints for you to get started. As I say, start with a very short timer, just about 10 seconds or so is perfect. Maybe you want to use the sleep function. That is going to help you to do a countdown. And if you wire up your circuit using the same pins as you've done before, then if you're copying and pasting code that you've already written, then this is going to help you to reuse that code without needing to change a lot of the pin numbers. So if you would like to have a go at that, I would love to see your code. Do feel free to send it in to me if you're studying with me right now. If you find that all very straightforward and that doesn't take you very long at all, then here is your extension project to create some timers of different lengths. Let's say, for example, you could do 10, 20 and 30 seconds on buttons 1, 2 and 3. So pressing a different button is going to trigger a timer of a different length. Then when the timer goes off, button 4 is going to deactivate whichever button you had pressed, whichever timer. So there we go. We're not looking for code which is super, super robust and covers all eventualities. There might be a few little funny things that go on in your code. It doesn't have to be perfect. But the more of my requirements that you can meet, the numbers 1 to 7 there, the more of those you can tick off, then the better, really. If you can just write some code which does points 1 and 2, That's great. That's a great start. If you get stuck, then you can send me a message to say I'm stuck on number 6. I can't do that. And then I can give you some more hints and helps at that stage. So do take a look at that. I look forward to seeing your code. Feel free to email it into me and good luck with the challenge.